the defending Eastern Conference champion Boston Celtics have potentially a new coach coming for just 1 year, maybe for good. It's a shocker in many different ways. First things first. Normally, when Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN tweets out some news, it's called a Woj bomb. Normally, when the Woj bomb goes off, you don't need for the smoke to clear to kind of understand what he's tweeting about. Normally, it's very obvious. The Woj bomb goes off. Somebody's been traded. Somebody's been signed. Somebody's been re-signed. Somebody's gotten fired.
Yeah,
it's just normally, again, the bomb goes off and you know what it's about. You don't have to wait till the smoke clears. Put up on the screen. This is the first item up for bids in this conversation about Ime Udoka, the coach of the Boston Celtics. This happened around 10:30 Boston time last night. ESPN sources tweeted out, Woj, Boston Celtics coach Ime Udoka is facing possible disciplinary action, including a significant suspension for an unspecified violation of organizational guidelines. Discussions are ongoing within the Celtics on a final determination. The hell did that mean?
Word salad.
And the only thing is like, okay, something's up involving their coach, and rightfully so. A lot of the conversation was, well, if we don't know what it is, and we don't know if it's a definite suspension coming, and we don't know that there's something concrete occurring at the coaching position for the defending Eastern Conference champs in the town where Mo Green does not have a plaque or a signpost or any indication that he founded the town of Las Vegas, Nevada. The betting favorites? Is that what you're saying,
They've been the betting favorite since the Malcolm Brogdon trade.
To win it all.
To win the whole thing.
And so why are we talking about it? You know, what's up with that? Because if there is something up about Udoka, well, come out and say it. Otherwise, there's nothing to say.
Right.
And so we now have more information from this very morning. Woj saying that a likely suspension for the entire 2022-2023 season is occurring for a consensual relationship with a female staff member. A formal announcement is expected as soon as today. Joe Mazzulla, everybody, who's the assistant on a staff of the Celtics, likely to become the interim coach for the season. Okay, it's a consensual relationship with a female staff member, then isn't that a private matter? That I guess that goes against what the it's an organizational.
It'd be an organizational suspension, not a league suspension.
I don't know.
So
something must be up.
What?
More than this in order for a year-long suspension to hit. I don't know what the hell is going on in Boston. Chris Mannix of Sports Illustrated tweeted out about 15 minutes ago that Udoka is considering just resigning, flat out, leaving the organization.
Jeez.
And I have no earthly idea what is going on, personal matter or not. Obviously, if it's somebody on the team in the organization that's considered a subordinate and you're having a relationship with them and it's consensual and obviously it's outside of the coach's marital relationship with a very famous actress, I might add, that is splashy, one would think, but one would think, again, if it's with a subordinate, now you're talking about, and it's not consensual, now you're talking about a whole different ball of wax.
I don't think not consensual was ever mentioned.
Everyone has gone out of their way to point out that it is consensual.
I know that.
Yeah, so it's even Sham's tweet last night that kind of got this whole ball moving, that put a little more, depth behind Woj's mysterious.
It's very weird,
man. It's very
really
strange.
weird.
I don't know what to make of it.
Why let it out and say you're going to suspend him?
I don't know. You're going to let it out and say you're going to suspend him and don't, like, what are you giving everybody a little heads up?
Apparently,
that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm focusing on the human resources aspect of things.
Well, that's why we should turn to Brockman for that.
That's why I'm saying, looking at the tweets and saying it's an organizational. What did Woj call it in his original tweet? He broke an organizational structure or the rule or what? Unspecified violation of organizational guidelines.
Yeah. This morning, Stephen A. was saying, Rich, that he obviously we all know this. There's more to this story. He knows what it is, and he just is going to wait for it to play out.
And his point too is that there's a whole bunch of other people out there in the sports world who are messing around outside of their relationship and their marital vows and that's not news for anybody, and unless they do fire him, then clearly that's news, or they suspend him for the year, that's news. But
as soon as you see consensual, it's like
they leaked it out, man.
Yeah.
At 10:30 at night.
I
Eastern.
don't know what's up with that.
So Chris had a good point to me this morning. He said, because of the timing, this seems like maybe an employee who has an axe to grind. Something's very weird.
Here's the thing: is I think, and I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's really uncomfortable.
Because I'm uncomfortable because we don't know, and we're sitting here speculating. Even me sitting here saying, "Well, what if it wasn't consensual?" Because
the power dynamic in the building, I don't know.
And clearly, there's no.
But a whole season?
Factual basis that's there for us to form an opinion on it, other than the fact that it's shocking in the basketball sense of things.
Yep.
Why wouldn't Brad Stevens come out of the front office and just say, I'll take it over for a year?
Well, Brad's going to have to answer some questions about kind of the depth of what's going on.
Let's just place this aside until we know exactly what the hell's going on.
I went to a dark place this morning talking to one of my friends back home who's in the Boston media, just like, this happened with the Red Sox. Cora had to miss a whole year for a different situation, obviously. But the Celtics, that
was a competitive violation.
Exactly. But in terms of just missing a whole season, off of a World Series championship, the Celtics are coming off a title, an almost title run, and the Red Sox haven't gotten back to that point since. They've been kind of a dysfunctional mess, and I'm worried about now this happening to Boston. Suddenly Tatum leaves, Brown leaves, and now, the team just gets blown up when they were so close to a championship not long ago.
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that until we find out one thing or another, the only thing to rest your hat on right now is why would somebody leak this out to give the heads up to the media?
Right.
Give a heads up to the fan base. Hey, Celtics fans, you might lose your coach. What's the point? Like, make your move. Tell us why. Tell us what's up. It's just been really weird the last 24 hours.
Weird, man.
And then we'll find out if there's more to the story.